Wonditan, Episode 15. For the first time since arriving in Wonditan, Camilla felt a small, dangerous sense of peace. She had been hiding there for 2 days, crouched among the rocks, far from the swarming streets below. The groans of zombies didn't echo here, and the wind was clean. But she knew the truth. No place on Wonditan was safe, not even this. Her eyes drifted to the weathered trapdoor set into the hillside, a known underground safehold. It was the only place nearby that might be secure. She had knocked more times than she could count. "Hello? Anyone in there? Please, it's me." Her voice cracked. No answer. Camilla pressed her ear to the door. Silence. Her heart raced as she tried the handle again. Locked. She pounded her fists harder. "Please, I just need to hide." Still nothing. Her hands trembled as she searched the ground for a rock. "Fine," she muttered. "If you won't open it." She swung the rock hard against the lock. That's when she heard it. Low, rasping growls from behind her. Camilla froze. Slowly, she turned her head. 2 zombies were stumbling up the hill. Thin, fast, their pale eyes fixed on her. "Oh no!" She dropped the rock and dove behind a boulder. The creatures reached the trap door, sniffing the air, their clawed hands dragging along the wood. Camilla held her breath, praying they wouldn't find her. The zombies lingered for what felt like an eternity, pacing and hissing. Finally, they turned, lurching back down the hill. Camilla exhaled shakily. She didn't wait another second. The moment their groans faded, she scrambled back to the trap door. This time, she kicked it with everything she had. The lock splintered and the door creaked open. Her pulse thundered. She hesitated at the edge, staring into the pitch-black hole. "What if something worse is in there?" she whispered. The quiet swallowed her words. She swallowed hard, gripped the edge, and lowered herself inside. The air was cold, too cold. Camilla's footsteps echoed softly as she moved through the dark corridor. The faint scent of damp earth filled her nose, but then she heard it, faint scraping noises. Her stomach knotted. She gripped her small knife tighter. "Hello? Is anyone here?" No answer. She moved deeper, following the strange sounds. Finally, she saw him, a man sitting with his back to her, shoulders stiff, perfectly still. Camilla's voice shook. "Who's there?" The man turned slowly. Her blood ran cold. It was Mateo, her longtime enemy, the one who locked her into prison at Underground 27. Mateo's lips curled into a crooked smile. "Well, well, what are you doing here?" His voice was thick with mockery. Then he laughed, a low, cruel sound. "Oh, you again?" Camilla took a cautious step back. "I'm just passing through." Mateo stood, his shadow stretching across the wall. "You're in the wrong place." Her voice trembled. "Don't come closer, Mateo." But Mateo's grin widened. "Oh, I think I will." He reached into his coat and pulled out a knife. The blade caught the dim light. Camilla's heart pounded. She turned and bolted deeper into the underground. "Camilla!" Mateo's footsteps pounded after her. His voice echoed down the corridor. "You can't run forever." Camilla's breath tore at her lungs as she sprinted, her hand brushing the walls to guide herself. The scraping of Mateo's knife on stone grew closer. She turned a sharp corner. Dead end. Her stomach dropped. She spun just as Mateo stepped into view, blocking the only exit. His grin was wide, his eyes glinting. "End of the line." He raised the knife high, and then the ground beneath them groaned. Cracks split across the floor. Camilla barely had time to scream before the earth gave way. She and Mateo plunged downward in a shower of dust and stone. They landed hard in another underground chamber. Camilla coughed, her head spinning. A deep voice spoke from the shadows. "What's going on here?" A figure stepped forward, a tall man with rough clothes, a heavy bag of gold slung over his back. His eyes were sharp, calculating. Mateo scrambled to his feet, knife still in hand. "Stay out of this, stranger." The man's gaze hardened. "You're attacking a defenseless woman. I don't stay out of that." Before Mateo could respond, the man lunged. His fist connected with Mateo's jaw, sending him stumbling back. Mateo swung the knife wildly, but the stranger caught his wrist and twisted it. The blade clattered to the floor. Mateo cried out as the man shoved him to the ground. Camilla watched in stunned silence as Mateo was beaten down with precise, brutal efficiency. The man turned to her, extending a hand. "You all right?" Camilla hesitated, still trembling. Who are you?" He smiled faintly. "Name's Dolph, treasure hunter." He patted the bag of gold on his back. "Found my fortune here, but gold doesn't mean much if the dead get me." Camilla swallowed, still shaken. Why help me?" Dolph's eyes softened. "Because I'm not the kind of man who leaves someone to die in this place." Her eyes darted to Mateo, unconscious on the floor. "He's dangerous." Dolph nodded. "I gathered that. Don't worry, I'll keep him away from you." Camilla's shoulders sagged in relief for the first time in days. Dolph extended his hand again. "Come on, whatever's hunting this island, you won't face it alone anymore. I promise to protect you." Camilla hesitated only a moment before taking his hand. Somewhere far above, the moans of zombies still rolled across Wonditan. But for the first time in a long while, she didn't feel completely alone. Please don't forget to share. Watch more fiction and non-fiction horror stories on our channel. Also, you can submit your horror fiction and non-fiction to earn from them.